Oh, shit. You know, I'm just recording this video, because I need to get... I need to get a bit philosophical on video right now. I feel so blessed to have bought Minecraft when it was this, you know? When the console version was legit just this. That, I don't know, it's just... It feels like I was a part of something bigger, right? I had friends that I didn't even know personally, who I would play Minecraft with, you know, just online. And I think that's amazing. You know, I think it's amazing that I was able to experience the generation, like the generation of this version, right? And, you know, this is mostly considered like the Xbox console version, but no, this is legit just the version that's been for most consoles. Actually, no, all consoles. Since ever. You know, it feels like, you know, everyone... It feels like, according to everyone, what everyone says when they talk about this version, they always regard it as the Xbox version. The Xbox One version, or whatever the fuck, or 360, I don't know. And then there's me, who played it on PS4. And this isn't... PS4 isn't even the original PlayStation where it released. It was the PS3, which I never had. I never had a PS3. My first ever console experience was actually the Nintendo 2DS. I played on my friend's 3DS this one time, but it was like, it was very brief. I mostly played on my cousin's 2DS, and I remember playing New Super Mario Bros. On it. God, good times. I fucking miss that game, you know? Fucking great minigames on that game, too. The themes of every world in that game, it feels like prime gaming era, you know? It really does. Maybe it's because it was my prime childhood. Maybe. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm still in my prime, you know, in terms of childhood. I'm, you know, technically in my, I'm already my early adult years. You know, I'm 19, I'm turning 20 next year. God, I'm turning 20 next year. That's fucking insane. That is still insane to me. I'm turning 20 next year. And it feels like I was just 16 last year. It's absolutely insane. Oh, man. You know, to me, consoles like the Nintendo Switch feel so, you know, feel so new to me still, you know? Because it feels like I still remember seeing the Nintendo Switch ads, like, a few months ago. It feels like it was a few months ago. I know it wasn't. It was more than, what, 5, 6 years ago? God, that's a long time, but it really, while it was passing through, it really did not feel like a long time. Not at all. Oh, shit. But yeah. I'm getting old, man. And I'm barely 20. I'm barely 20 years old, and I'm out here saying I'm getting old, I'm getting old. That's crazy. That's crazy. But it really feels like the more you grow up, the more time seems to speed up, you know? It's kind of weird. And it's kind of terrifying, too. Because who knows what I'll be doing in the next 5 years. I hope I'll be doing game development as a profession. But, you know, you never know. You never know. I feel like I'm just saying a lot of things and nothing at the same time. Like, I'm just starting a bunch of conversation themes and finishing none of them. But then again, okay, no, never mind. I am medicated right now. I have taken the ADHD pill. It's just that, I don't know. I think I'll always be messy when it comes to speaking, you know? Where was my house? Fuck. Shit. Where was my house? Oh, damn it. Where was my house? Okay, I've been here before. I've been here. I've gathered. Never mind, I have not been here. House, where the fuck are you? Where's the... Dude, where's my house? Oh man. If it's not here... Dude. Okay, no, it needs to be around there. Because I know it's more into, like, around that area. Next to that mountain. It feels so great to come back to this Minecraft. It's crazy, for the past 4 years I have not been playing. I mean, I played a few times, but just life took me somewhere else. And I think there's beauty in that. You know, there's people like, for example, my girlfriend, who dread, you know, the thought of, oh, there it is, of growing up, you know, and leaving stuff behind. Sometimes I do too. Sometimes I am afraid of, you know, moving on, but I'm like very two-faced with this type of thing. Very two-sided, you know? Like, while yes, I'm scared of moving on, I'm also excited for it, because I'm a person who likes a change in environment as long as it's a positive change. If it's something that will definitely feel like a negative change, then I'm not gonna like it. You know? But my girlfriend, even if it's a positive thing that's gonna happen in her life, she sees the fact that it's a change, that it's not good. She immediately starts panicking in her head. You know, the thought of, you know, finishing school and not hanging out with her friends daily anymore. And, you know, I kind of feel that too. I kind of feel that. And you know what? A lot of times we lose, well, we don't lose, but we stop talking to certain friends because, well, you know, we're just so busy with other stuff that we just don't really talk. And some people say, if you don't talk after you finish school, then you guys weren't real friends. I think I objectify? Is that how you say it? Sorry, I'm Portuguese. I would like to disagree on that. I'd like to disagree on that. If you're not talking anymore, you were never real friends. I think that's bullshit. You know, because, dude, life takes us so many places. I think it's completely natural to stop talking to your buddy for, I don't know, around 5 years. Dude, my mom recently just had like a re-encounter with one of her best friends forever in life after 20 years of not seeing each other. Dude, 20 years. Because to me, 5 years of not seeing each other, 5, 6, 7 years of not seeing each other is already a really long fucking time. 20 years? It kind of, that is like an extremely, like, long amount of time. It's insane. And they just kind of picked up where they left off. It's crazy. They met each other. I saw this with my own eyes. They, it, bruh. And I could feel the energy that they were best friends. And that was beautiful to watch. Like, really just fulfilling. It gives me hope that, after I finish school, it's only a matter of time. Doesn't matter if it's 5, 6, 7, 10, 20, 30 years until I see my friends again and I see them. They're either, they'll either have kids, they'll be parents or grandparents, I don't know. Maybe they'll own a business. Maybe they just settled in on a normal fucking life, or maybe they're struggling, maybe they're hustling. I don't know. Only time will tell, but I think that's such a cool thing to see. To see how much a person evolves throughout time. And man, it's beautiful. And it's very saddening to see that there are people who break down in tears, and it's understandable, right? I see their point of view. But to me, it's also sad that those people don't see the point of view that I have, and that me and many other people have, that it's beautiful. That after so many years, you guys can still recognize each other and pick up where you left off. I think that's amazing. Now, it's not always sunshine and flowers, right? Sometimes you grow up and you guys just don't get along anymore. Maybe that person changed for the worse, or maybe not for the worse, but now they have a different vibe and you guys just don't get along as well anymore. And that's completely fine. I've personally suffered through that, and I still am, with a bunch of friends that I used to have, but now they've grown up and some of them are wannabe gangsters, or they hang out with just people who are not really my type, and it feels like I've lost a friend. But sometimes not really, because sometimes we see each other in the street and we just greet each other, but that's about it. We greet each other. I will say, it is a bit of a pain to see that, to see that we don't connect as much anymore, but that lack of connection actually makes the lack of connection itself easier to bear. I don't know if I'm making myself clear. Like, the fact that we don't speak anymore, the fact that we've already grown actually kind of detached from each other, makes it easier to bear the distance, and just the fact that they're a completely different person, and that their group of friends is just people who I usually don't like to hang out with. Sometimes it makes it easier. Actually, it makes it easier a lot of times. Hell, I recently went through that just by attending to the National Defense Day here in Portugal. It was just a few days ago. It was last week. Yeah, I saw a lot of them. Since it was all people of the same age, 19 years old, right? I saw a lot of people that I've met before, but like at the same time, just it feels like they're so different. And as much as it kind of pains me to see that, I'm also kind of happy for them that they can still have friends. They're technically, as far as I can tell, they're happy in life, They're not miserable. At least I think they're not, right? But yeah. God, I've been recording for so long, for like 15 minutes. I need to go, actually. I just kind of recorded this on a whim, just out of nowhere, because right now I have a driving class to attend in about 8 minutes. Fuck, my bad. I was about to burp. But yeah, in about 8 minutes I need to be there, and it's like 4 minutes of walk, so I guess I have time to brush my teeth, dress up, and go. So, this has been Yetty, just Oh, Fortnite updated. This has been Yetty. Just kind of like rambling. Just being, I don't know. Sometimes I like to do this. I think I should record more of these. How about that? Maybe I'll post it on my main channel. Because I do want to post this on the internet. I like when people see this side of me. I like when people know that I'm not just, you know, silly guy that makes FNAF fan games. I like when people see that I'm not just an animator. I like when people see that I'm not just, like, a drawing artist, like a 2D artist. I like when people see that I can put a lot of thought into a lot of things. When I like to ponder a lot. I like to just have these philosophical moments, you know? I like that. It feels great. It feels very liberating, and it feels like a therapy session with myself. And I feel like maybe I should share that, you know? Because maybe there's a lot of people who do that, and they just don't show it to anyone. So how about I share it to other people? You know, how about I show it? Maybe that can encourage others to maybe, you know, think more like this, to ponder about life more, to just, I don't know, to ponder. Because I think that's very healthy, and it exercises the brain, and I think it's really good to do. Yeah, I'm out. Thanks for listening, whoever did, uh, and I'll see you guys on the next either video or live stream or whatever. I don't know where I'll post this, but I'll post it somewhere. Yeah, see y'all.